What's going on, everybody? Make sure I got everything set up here. It seems like my model wants to short out on me. Bear with me just one sec. Hey, what's up, Ruby? How's it going? How was your weekend? My camera's just in a bad spot. I'll have to deal with that later. But anyway, how was your weekend going? Going well, I hope. What's up, Lord Rexworth? How's it going? You know, for a second I thought you were still live. Alright. So yeah, today I figured we'd go over at least a couple of different stories. I've got two lined up for tonight. And we're going to be, the two we're going to be going over is the suit that Nintendo has filed against the United States government and the brand new Xbox that has been recently announced. So those are the ones that we're going to be going over today. Okay. And I'm thinking, yeah, that one. Exactly that one. The we're gonna fight with the Steambox Xbox. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the two news stories. I'm going to film those or record those like I do for a YouTube video. And then, excuse me, we'll pick up with the Ninja Gaiden. Alright, so let's jump in here. Oh good, it saved those preferences. Alright. But how's y'all's weekend going? I know last night I stayed up way too late. And I blame you, Lord Rexworth, for keeping me up so late. All right. Let's go ahead and get started here. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Xbox has just dropped a huge bomb this week. They officially announced their next generation console, and they've named it Project Helix. This isn't some other refresh of the Xbox Series X or S. This is a real and true next generation successor, announced by Xbox's brand new CEO, Asha Sharma. The biggest bombshell right now is it's going to natively play both Xbox and PC games. Microsoft is calling it the device that will lead in performance and finally blur the line between console and PC gaming for good. Today I'm going to be going through everything that I've been able to find out so far, and a surprising reveal is that the crazy hybrid Xbox PC angle for this whole thing and the hardware that this console promises. The late 2027 release window and what this means for you as a gamer. Stick around till the end and we'll see what all is going on. Alright, so this tweet was sent out by Asha Sharma earlier this week. It says, "Great to start the morning with Team Xbox, where we talked about our commitment to the return of Xbox, including Project Helix, the codename for our next generation console. Project Helix will lead performance and play your Xbox PC games. Looking forward to chatting about this more with partners and studios at my first GDC next week." And so we have several articles that were covered, or that are covering all of this. But first, some quick context going over all of this, as you saw in the tweet earlier. Asha Sharma took over as Microsoft's gaming CEO a few weeks ago, and this is already her first major move. In a short but powerful statement this week, she said, in the tweet, "Great to start the morning with Team Xbox," and going through her tweet there. And like I said earlier, this is not replacing the Series X or S. Those will keep getting support, but this is the big leap forward. More details will be coming at the GDC, and the internet is already going wild over it. And as you see from my tabs, I have several tabs on it. And so here's what makes Project Helix special. It's built from the ground up to run both Xbox titles and your full PC game library natively. No streaming, no cloud tricks. That means your Steam games, Epic Game Store titles, and pretty much every PC exclusive you already own should just natively work. Microsoft is going all in on the one ecosystem vision. Your Xbox Game Pass, PC Game Pass, and even non-Game Pass PC titles will live in the same place. Expect full keyboard and mouse support, day one mod support, and cross-save taken to the extreme. On the performance side, they're promising it will lead in performance. We're talking next level GPU power. It's likely going to have an AMD RDNA 4 or better. Way more RAM than previous systems, a much faster storage, and advanced cooling for true 4K 120 FPS or even 8K in some titles. This is Microsoft's direct answer to the Nintendo Switch 2 success and Sony's dominance, a console so powerful and versatile you may not need a separate gaming PC anymore. Now see, I view this as more of a contender to go up against the Steam box, and not really competing with the Switch 2, which is actually more of a handheld. And so we're going to go with the Xbox article first. It's official. Xbox has announced today that the next Xbox console has a codename of Project Helix, and as all the rumors had suggested, it will play both console and PC games when it launches in the future. The news was revealed by Xbox boss Asha Sharma on Twitter with the following statement, and there's her tweet. Previously, we heard rumors, primarily from Windows Central's Jez Corden, about how the next Xbox console would be likely to allow you to exit out of Windows and access the likes of Steam, the Epic Games Store, and other storefronts to play PC games if you so desired. Or you could just remain inside the console ecosystem, like you can on Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. Epic Games recently indicated an interest in allowing its storefront on the system, adding credibility to those rumors, and now it seems that it's been set in stone. There is still currently no release date yet for the Xbox console, but AMD has previously mentioned how it's ready to support its release in 2027, if Microsoft and Xbox are ready. We'll have to wait a bit longer to see if that comes to fruition. And as you can see, Sharma mentions how she'll be chatting with 2 partners and studios about Project Helix at GDC next week, which is the annual Game Developers Conference. Team Xbox mentioned back in February about how their presence at the event would be geared around building for what's next. The release timing, Project Helix, like I said, is targeted at late 2027. A lot of people are pointing more towards November, and that gives the developers plenty of time to optimize and Microsoft time to build out the hybrid library. I happen to think that it aligns perfectly with Black Friday, and that's likely when they'll be likely to launch it or to go on sale, is right around that time to capitalize on Black Friday. Price has not yet been officially revealed, but analysts are expecting the much higher price tier to be somewhere between $900 and $1,200. Because of the PC level power, it's going to be significantly more expensive than the original Series X. There will almost certainly be multiple SKUs, diskless and full-featured, and full backward compatibility with every Xbox generation is promised, just like always. For regular players, this could be game-changing. No more choosing between console convenience and full power and mods. One Xbox does it all. It also puts massive pressure on Sony and Nintendo to respond. Expect PlayStation 6 rumors to explode. And on the developer side, one unified platform covering console and PC audiences could mean bigger games and fewer compromises. Now, one thing I was able to pick out here about PlayStation is because of all of the hardware issues going on, specifically with RAM, PlayStation is not expected to come out until either 28 or possibly even 2029. So, is Project Helix the console that finally kills the console versus PC war? Still kind of too early to say for sure, but the vision is bold and the timing feels perfect, or so they say. I will be following up every update from. Well, actually, no, I probably won't, but I will be keeping an eye on GDC to see what kind of things come out from it next week, and we'll drop more updates as I get them. Hopefully we'll get a price and maybe some gameplay samples soon. Anyway, let's see what other articles we have. And here with the gamesindustry.biz, Xbox CEO Asha Shawarma has confirmed its next-gen console. Let's see here. Sony is revising its own multi-platform strategy by scaling back PC ports for PlayStation exclusives. Specifically, those are going to be geared towards single-player games. We built the console because we wanted to build a better PC, which could then perform better for gaming, said Nadella, and I want to revisit some of that conventional wisdom, but at the end of the day, console has an experience that is unparalleled. Xbox entered a multi-year agreement with AMD last June to power its next-gen console. Together with AMD, we're advancing the state-of-art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation, said Bond. Bond has since stepped down as Xbox president last month alongside Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer, who has retired. And they recently spoke to a range of leaders from across the industry to share insights and memories of Spencer's tenure at Xbox. Anyway, like I was saying, I'll keep an eye on things here for all of like the latest rumors and stuff surrounding Xbox. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe for more updates, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know what it is. I always have the hardest problem with the endings. Like, they never seem to like flow as naturally. Oh. Maybe they're too scripted, I don't know. Excuse me. Alright, anyway, that's one done. Alright, there's got to be a better... Huh. That looks like a nice one to start with, maybe? Oh yeah, that one. That's the one we want right there. Okay. I keep hearing something, I can't quite figure out what it is. I keep hearing a beep, but it's not anything in my room. It's really weird. Okay. And I really should see about getting some background music. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. All right. Do-do-do-do. All right. All right, so we jump into the next video here, and like I said, this one's going to be all about the Nintendo trying to sue the U.S. government. So this one should be rather fun and interesting. Nintendo just did something nobody saw coming. They're officially suing the United States government. That's right, everybody. Nintendo of America has filed a lawsuit the other day in the U.S. Court of International Trade against the Trump administration, the Treasury Department, Homeland Security, Customs and Border Protection, and several top officials. They're demanding a full refund with interest on every single dollar they paid in what they're calling illegal tariffs over the past year. This isn't some small dispute. These tariffs delay Switch 2 pre-orders, raised prices on accessories, and cost Nintendo and basically every other importer hundreds of millions of dollars. And now, after the Supreme Court has already struck the tariffs down as unlawful, Nintendo wants their money back. And today we're going to be going over exactly what's going on with Nintendo and why it seems to be trying to go nuclear on the US government. How this is connected to your Nintendo Switch 2 and what it could mean for the entire gaming industry. This is one of the wildest gaming stories of 2026 so far. Stick around to the end to get all the information. So, as you can see here from the article, Nintendo is suing the US government over Trump's unlawful tariffs. And according to the complaint obtained by Aftermath and reported everywhere from Polygon to TechCrunch and IGN, Nintendo is suing over the tariffs imposed under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or IEEPA. Starting February 1st, President Trump used this emergency law to slap massive, quote-unquote, reciprocal tariffs on imports from basically everywhere. China, Canada, Mexico, Europe, you name it. Nintendo, like every other company that manufactures outside the United States, has had to pay up every time they brought in Nintendo Switches, accessories, Joy-Cons, and anything else related to the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo's lawyers argue these tariffs were completely unlawful from day one, and they're not alone. Over 1,000 other companies, including FedEx and Costco, plus nearly 25 states have already filed similar suits. The big turning point came last month when the Supreme Court ruled that tariff exceeded his authority under the IEEPA and struck down the tariffs. The court said the law doesn't give the president unlimited taxing power like that, and now the tariffs are dead. Nintendo is demanding the government give them every cent back, plus interest and attorney's fees, and reprocess all of their import entries. They are not messing around. Excuse me. Aftermath was the first to report on Nintendo's lawsuit, which was filed in the United States Court of International Trade. Nintendo is focusing on refunds of tariffs that were struck down last month by the Supreme Court, which said President Donald Trump's unprecedented use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or IEEPA, was illegal. Following the Supreme Court decision, Trump introduced a new 10% global tariff rate. In early April last year, Trump held up a chart while speaking during a Make America Wealthy Again trade announcement event in the Rose Garden at the White House, and declared Liberation Day. The announcement confirmed additional tariffs targeting goods imported to the United States. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency said it collected about $166 billion in duties and deposits under the emergency tariffs imposed by Trump, according to Reuters. The CBP said the tariff refund system would be ready in about 45 days. Trump's tariffs upended Nintendo Switch pre-order plans following the Liberation Day announcement. Nintendo issued IGN the following statement at the time. Pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 in the United States will not start until April 9th, 2025, in order to assess the potential impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions. Nintendo will update timing at a later date. The launch date of June 5th, 2025 is currently unchanged. And Nintendo announced the Switch 2 price at $449.99, basically $450, with a Mario Kart World bundle priced at about $500. Mario Kart World was priced at $80, and the company later hiked the price of its accessories, including the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller, Joy-Con 2 pair, and Joy-Con 2 charging grip, although it kept the price of the console the same. At the time Nintendo made its pre-order delay announcement, U.S. markets had tumbled after China hit back against Trump's tariffs. China, which then faced a 54% import tax, retaliated with the announcement of an additional 34% tax on United States goods. Tariffs are essentially taxes placed on the cost of importing certain goods, while it's While it's possible for companies in the supply chain to simply eat these costs, more often than not, these taxes are passed on to consumers. Last year, Nintendo leaned on its Switch 2 units imported from Vietnam rather than China in order to maintain the $450 price of the console. Nintendo issued the following statement: "We can confirm that we filed a request and we have nothing else to share on this topic." Excuse me. So here's where it gets a little personal for gamers. Remember last year when Nintendo suddenly delayed the Switch 2 pre-orders? Like I had mentioned in the previous article, they literally said in that official statement, pre-orders for Switch 2 in the US market will not start till April 9th. And the delay was 100% because of the tariffs. Nintendo was trying to figure out how much extra they'd have to charge or eat the cost themselves. They ended up raising the prices on some of the accessories, which I covered just a second ago. And the third-party equipment got hit even harder with those tariffs. The company has been importing billions of dollars worth of hardware since early 2025, so we're talking serious money. The US government collected over $200 billion in these duties across all companies before the Supreme Court shut it down. Nintendo wants their slice of pie refunded immediately. So why is Nintendo filing now? It's because the Supreme Court decision opened the door when the federal judge ruled that the companies are entitled to refunds, and Nintendo jumped in line with both feet. This lawsuit is filed in the Supreme Court, or the U.S. Court of International Trade, the exact court that handles customs and tariff disputes. So they're at least in the right court system, not like me earlier who said Supreme Court. Right now, Trump has introduced a new 10% global tariff rate as a backup plan, but the old ones, those are gone now. And if Nintendo wins, and most legal experts seem to think they have a strong case, it could force the government to start writing massive refund checks, not just to Nintendo, but to potentially hundreds of other companies. And so we're talking billions of dollars possibly going back into the economy from tariffs that were never legal in the first place, or at least never legal according to that judge. So what this means for the overall gamers and industry, for regular players, this could actually matter a whole heck of a lot. If Nintendo gets its money back, they might not need to keep prices so high on future hardware or accessories, and it could also set a precedent that makes future administrations think twice before slapping surprise tariffs on imported games and consoles. On the other hand, though, this whole mess is a reminder of how much the gaming industry relies on global supply chains. Almost every console, every controller, every cartridge still comes from overseas. And tariffs like these hit gamers in the wallet, whether you realize it or not. And so, to wrap up the video here, Nintendo isn't just mad about money. They're calling out what they see as an illegal use of power that's hurting their business and delayed one of their biggest console launches in years here in the United States. This lawsuit is still in its very early stages, but it seems it's moving rapidly, and it could have huge ripple effects down through, the rest of the gaming sphere. And so I'll keep an eye on this one as well, and update you as I find out the updates. And so whether there's a government response or actual new updates on the refunds, I'll let you guys know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Nintendo should get their money back? Do you think tariffs like these should even be allowed? And if you are still waiting on your Switch 2 pre-order, All the sources and actual court complaints are linked, and I will put those in the description. And if you want to follow up on the video and see how this could affect Switch 2 pricing later on down the road, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, y'all. Whoa. Things always hurt my throat. All right. All right, but let me give you guys some more of these articles here related to this. Oh, this one here says 15% tariffs on many global imports under Section 122 of the Trade Act. How did I miss this one? How did I miss? Nah. And like I said, over 1,000 companies. Oh, let me put back into web review. And there are at least 24, 25 states, over 1,000 companies that are suing. And this past Wednesday, Judge Richard Eaton ruled that the companies are entitled to refunds. I actually thought I did okay research on this one. I'm actually kind of disappointed in myself that I missed, minor things like that. Readjust. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put you guys on a brief break here. I'm gonna go get some more water because my throat is dry. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm back. All right. Let me see if I can find out any other new and exciting things going on in the world. Okay. Let me put you guys back in web view. There we go. And in the meantime, all right, let me see. All right, I went over those already. All right, so I did find a little bit of something extra here. And it's related to the Final Fantasy VII remake. This is related to Part 3. And this article was released 2 days ago. Square Enix has yet to unveil Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, which will conclude the remake trilogy that began back in 2020 with Final Fantasy VII Remake. However, director Naoki Hamaguchi has shared some specifics about which locations will be featured in the finale, including at least one that wasn't in the last game. While speaking with Bloomberg, Hamaguchi strongly hinted that Rocket Town will be in Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Being excluded in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with Rocket Town on the way, Hamaguchi broadly teased that a trip to space will also be in the cards. He also went on to stress the importance of including Yuffie's homeland. So Wutai is going to be in this upcoming game. One of the main locations. Wutai is one of the main locations, said Hamaguchi. Yuffie made a very prominent appearance, stating her case about her homeland. So if Wutai is not featured, I think the fans are going to yell at me. Well, I say he's not wrong. I'm pretty sure fans would yell at him if they didn't. I'm still kind of mad that they did the remake the way they did, personally. Excuse me. Hamaguchi added that Flying the High Wind will have a very large part of the third installment and teased the size of the Great Glacier area. Because it's a major element in the game, he's not going to go into details, but considering that toward the end of Rebirth, we're in the Forgotten City, and in the original, you would go into Icicle Inn from there. I guess that hints at how the third installment will begin, and I hope the players will look forward to it. Hamaguchi declined to confirm or deny the presence of chocobo breeding in the finale, but he did say that an element involving chocobos will be a little different than Rebirth. I'm pretty sure that has to do with the gold saucer thing. In January, Hamaguchi said the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 has an official site. It just hasn't been announced yet. In the meantime, pre-orders are open for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on Xbox Series X and S, as well as Switch 2. Those ports will arrive on June 3rd, and Switch 2's version will include a new Magic the Gathering promo card. Earlier this week, Square Enix announced that it's closing off one of the servers in Final Fantasy XI because it's overpopulated with players. So, why would you close down the one server that's doing the most work? That does not seem like a good idea to me. Excuse me, but what do I know? Oh, boy. So that was something new. All right, let's see what other things we can get into. There is a lot of like walkthroughs type stuff related to Pocopia. Here's an update that you guys might like. So I guess they're going to keep, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to keep collabing with Fortnite. Fortnite's collaboration with Cyberpunk is getting a new wave of cosmetics, or at least that's what the Epic Games Store seems to be teasing with a 5-second cryptic video posted on Twitter on Friday morning. And the tweet is, "Good morning, Night City. We've got a surprise for you." I'm curious as to what this is. Let's open the link. Let's see this tweet. Oh. It's just a quick little thing. Okay, cool. So those of you that play Fortnite, you can look forward to this. With the continuing collaboration between Cyberpunk and Fortnite. Not a lot of clues in that tweet, but it could be that Cyberpunk 2077 account is hinting at something specific in its quote tweet, which promised new Cyberpunk 2077 locker content smashing into Fortnite soon. And I'm pretty sure this might refer to the bad guy Adam Smasher, so he might be a skin. Or at least this is what this is alluding to right now. Fortnite and Cyberpunk 2077 currently consists of skins for Johnny Silverhand, Female V, and the Quadra Turbo R car, along with a pile of accessories like Johnny's guitar. There are any number of other character or car skins that Fortnite could add. There are plenty of Cyberpunk cars that are way cooler than the Turbo R. And the cast of the game is enormous. Actually, what I think would be cool is if they put one of the Arch motorcycles in the game. Excuse me. I think that would be way cooler. Folks like Judy, Jackie, Panem, Goro, Rogue, Alt, Songbird, Alex, President Myers, and Kurt Hansen would all be fun, and tossing in the male version of V would also make sense. And for star power, there's also Solomon Reed, who carries the likeness of actor Idris Elba. But the new wave of cyberpunk cosmetics could be literally anything, aside from probably anything related to edge runners. The reason it's probably not David or Lucy is because Edge Runners would probably be its own collaboration. And since it was the Epic Game Store account that posted the teaser, rather than any of the Fortnite socials, this new wave is likely to be part of Epic's new Get Fortnite Skins by Buying Stuff on EGS. The initiative that has been ramping up since earlier this year. By extension, that would mean the new stuff should be from the game that you get from the EGS. Epic has added collaborations with 3 new games already this year, Resident Evil Requiem, Honkai Star Rail, and Crimson Desert. Dozens of more Fortnite gaming collabs are expected this year alone. So that might be something else. Alright, let me see. There's got to be... So much of this stuff is just like the Pocopia stuff. So much Pocopia. Oh, here we go. And I was able to find a new update for Diablo. For those of you that play Diablo. Diablo 4 is making one of the franchise's most iconic enemies a playable character. Diablo 4's upcoming Season of Slaughter will let players become one of the franchise's most infamous demons, the Butcher. The boss-level demon has featured in nearly every Diablo game, and his catchphrase of, "Ah, fresh meat," is enough to make any player sit up in their chair and lock in. Normally, the Butcher appears randomly in Diablo 4's Nightmare dungeons, ruining the lives of many hardcore characters with an unexpected ambush. In Season 12, the Butcher will actually appear in a few different ways. For the first time in franchise's history, players will be able to get a taste of fresh meat themselves by transforming into the Butcher and hunting down defenseless humans as part of the season's new slaughterhouse activities. The Butcher will have 6 unique abilities to help dish out destruction. Killing enemies at the Butcher will earn fresh meat, a resource that can be used to earn more of the season's special bloody items. But that is not the only way the Butcher will be making an appearance. In addition to having a chance to appear randomly in Nightmare dungeons, he will also relentlessly hunt down those who even use Season's new bloodied sigils to increase the difficulty of varied in-game activities. Even should players defeat this relentless Butcher, he will immediately return. It's even possible for players to have to deal with 2 Butchers at the same time. And here's a look at his skills. It looks like Carve, Culling, Molten Slam, Hail of Hooks, Hell Charge, and Furnace Blast. And this looks like to be the calendar of items. And it looks like there's going to be a Doom collaboration as well. That actually would be kind of cool. I think I would play a Diablo Doom collab game if there was such a thing. To coincide with Season 12's theme, Blizzard additionally revealed a crossover with another demon-slaying property is coming alongside this season's launch. Players will be able to earn some free Doom the Dark Ages cosmetics like Doomslayer's Shield Saw, Flail, and a Cyber Demon Head back trophy for free. With Blizzard offering additional premium Doom-themed cosmetics on the game shop, the Doom the Dark Ages crossover will go live with the start of Season 12 on March 11th. Regardless of whether players don some of the game's Doom the Dark Ages cosmetics, Season of Slaughter is set to include plenty of ripping and tearing thanks to Diablo 4's latest seasonal mechanic, kill streaks. Taking inspiration from a similar Doom 3 mechanic, players in Diablo 4 Season 12 will be rewarded for chaining together kills for as long as possible, earning increased XP and seasonal reputation based on the tier of their killstreak achieved. A new type of equipment, Bloodied Gear, will additionally interact with the killstreak system in unique ways, activating new powers and bonuses based on the level of carnage achieved. Diablo 4 Season 12 will be a bit shorter than typical season, lasting less than 2 months. Blizzard previously stated it is designed as more focused, streamlined season as the team prepares for the launch of Diablo 4's second expansion, The Lord of Hatred, which is out on April 28th. The expansion will introduce yet another new class, the heavy metal-inspired Warlock, to Diablo 4's roster, joining the Paladin as Lord of Hatred's second new class. Alright, let me see if I can find just one more. And here's something related to Marathon. Everybody loves that game, I know. Everybody just loves Marathon. No, not really. Even I'm of the opinion that Marathon is just kind of mid. Alright, Bungie has revealed plans to change Marathon in some key ways just a few days after launch, outlining early patch notes for an update due out next week. In a tweet, the developer has said that in the near future it will adjust the amount of Lux, which is Marathon's in-game currency you get for the $10 bundles, so that it grants 1,120 Lux up from 1,100. I hate that when you have to buy in-game currency for real-world money. And they always do like this, like, get extra for spending this amount of money, because inevitably you'll have some that you can't use because they give you a little bit extra, and so you're stuck, so you have to buy another pack just to try to even it out, and you'll never zero that out. It's like the whole hot dog bun situation. This is important because currently a runner skin costs 1,120 Lux, but you can't buy 1,120 Lux exactly from the store. Instead, you have to spend $10 to get 1,100 Lux, just like 20 Lux shy of what you need, and then another 5 to get 500 on top, which in total dollar amount matches the price of the $15 bundle available from the store. See? At least they're looking to, get rid of that. This has caused a stink within Marathon's burgeoning community, with some players accusing Bungie of resorting to scummy tactics for the extraction shooter's monetization. As part of the change, Bungie will credit 20 Lux to players for each $10 Lux bundle they purchased before this tweak occurred. But the virtual currency denominations aren't the only point of contention. Marathon's $10 Battle Pass has also been roundly criticized for not offering enough value. It's like poor quality items, no premium currency, and the limited supply stickers, which you can place on your weapons, can't be applied to all of your weapons. Without going into specifics, Bungie has said it's aware of the feedback on Marathon's cosmetics, and we want to ensure that when you spend in Marathon, you feel like you're getting great value and discussing ways to improve this experience. Meanwhile, Bungie outlined early patch notes for Marathon's first update. Due out next week, all the changes seem designed to make the extraction shooter an easier experience. If they want an easier experience, they should do away with the menus. So many menus, from what I've seen. The highlight is the increased number of med cabinets and munition crates that can spawn on the perimeter map, and the increased amount of starting ammo in the free sponsored kits. Marathon is a very difficult game in which it's easy to run out of ammo. The enemy AI feels particularly powerful too, so one wrong turn can end your run in the blink of an eye, especially if you don't have the ammo to fight back. Excuse me. Alright, here are the patch notes. Increase the distance objective nav points appear from 10 to 20 meters. Increase the number of med cabinets and munition crates that can spawn on the perimeter. Increase the amount of starting ammo in META, Cyber Acme, and Arachne free sponsored kits. Seen plenty of debate about these balance changes, with some saying they're much needed, others expressing concern that what's important about the marathon experience, this ultra challenging extraction loop, and the slow but rewarding power climb, is diminished by what they believe is an effort to make the game more palatable to casual players. As mentioned in previous reporting, part of the challenge comes from the very nature of Marathon as an extraction shooter. If you die, you lose all your gear, and not just what you looted while out on the battlefield, but what you brought in. And given how easy it is to die in Marathon, it can feel like a brutally punishing video game. Are people bouncing off Marathon because of it, and are some put off by the steep learning curve? In the 2 days Marathon has been live, it has hit a peak Steam concurrent player count of about 88,400, let's say, players. While that's an impressive start for most video games, and let's not forget Marathon is also out on console, it is enough for Bungie, which is under pressure to deliver for its owner Sony after recent financial failings. And I read somewhere that in order for this game to be considered a success, they'd actually have to sell something like 11 million units or some crazy number like that. There's plenty more on Marathon. You click on those links. And if you're jumping into Marathon, check out the IGN beginner guide for tips to familiarize yourself with how the game works. And you'll likely find yourself running out of inventory space really quickly, so find out how to get more storage space as well. And if you're playing with a controller, make sure you're applying these quote-unquote best controller settings. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Oh, I'm in the wrong dashboard. Okay, that's better. Alright. Now, we can go ahead and we'll get into the game. Let me put you back on my Shamisen playing Samurai screen while I get the game set up. Alright. Yes, here we are.
Get ready for a fight, Yakumo.
Here we go. Alright, So I know he doesn't have anything. Does she have anything? Dialogue.
Finally made it to the second try.
Yeah. When we broke the first seal, a part of the dog dragon was released and rose up into the sky. I suspect that it's coming back to life. One piece.
Actually, let me change something real quick here.
Once the dragon is fully revived.
If we don't act fast, Tokyo will be the least of our worries. The entire world would be in peril.
We can't let that happen.
We won't. I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
Ah! Things clicked out. Okay. Let's see if this guy has any dialogue for me now. Ooh, he does. Nice.
You getting the hang of the fight? Easy enough. But there seem to be more.
Now, you realize how they do. But that's how it's always always. Lots of people, I don't ever forget that.
Alright, so I know that I do the videos at the beginning, and I'm thinking maybe I just stick to doing games on the live stream and then just posting YouTube videos separately. I think that might be the way to go going forward. Schnikes. Something. Come on. It's always something, I swear. Okay. Okay. Purgatory. I'll wager just half my part of my soul. We'll do this one a little bit harder, see what happens.
Nice workout.
Alright, I can't buy any items. Maxed out.
Alright, back to it.
I know he's not going to have anything for me. Yo. Alright. Let's move in. This is going to suck big time, I can tell. Ooh, I did. Okay, I thought that was my health.
Say goodnight.
Oh, I completely missed. Okay, now it's time for... a scroll possessed by a berserker of a forgotten age. Oh, it's an accessory. Alright, well, what I need is healing at the moment. Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have that. Jeez, this one is so much harder. Jeez. This is difficult. This is quite difficult indeed. Whew. That was close. That was really close. Woofda. Well, now I can...
What do you need?
I need items.
Pleasure doing business with ya. Hope that helps.
It will.
Hope that helps. Hope that helps. Hope that helps. Be safe out there.
Woohoo. Sweet. Damage recovery. Ooh, healing. Yes. When equipped, restores the wearer's health on successful bloodbath kill. Bloodbath kills don't happen that often, so I don't need it.
Down for some spot.
I was really hoping that he would have one that would help me. Or maybe that's one I have to get for myself. Those are so much money. I really hate this guy's default mask. Is it a Tengu or a giant jet bird? What the heck? Oh, that's the guy I made angry. Now he's a wolf?
Behold, the god of Fuhaku Sanctum, guardian of this shrine.
God or not, he'll die all the same.
Yo. This one is like super hard. Why?
This is it.
It's too quick! Theory, what do we do? I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to try flying too.
That could work.
What the heck is this crap? I'm gonna lose so many points for using so many items. This is gonna suck. Ooh, he got me. Got me again. I'm gonna end up using all my items on this dude. Sweet. That's a heck of a view. Holy smokes. Cured him of any cavities, though. Only took all of my items. Not a fan of that.
Good thing you asked my support back there, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome. Now, let's get to it, shall we? Whenever you're ready.
Oh, what kind of sword is this? I wonder. Oh. It's a beating stick.
The storm. Dragon's power is building.
that guy. The traitor.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Hayabusa? The legendary super ninja? What's he doing here?
Raven, whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here. No more running, Sayori.
You mean I have to fight this guy now? Jeez. Whoa!
I'll be fine. Are you gonna cut me?
Get out of the way, Sayori.
Please, don't kill him. The whole world's at stake.
They got away. Want us to track him down?
I'll handle it.
If you say so. Hard to survive a fall from this height anyway.
So many items used. So many items. Who is this chick?
Yes?
Ayane, okay.
Okay. Understood. Okay.
Interesting outfit choice for a ninja. What the heck kind of a shark is that? What? That's wild.
Umi,
Yakumo! Oh, thank goodness you're alive.
that giant shark just swallowed Sayori whole. I'm gonna hunt it down.
You're kidding. Is she alright?
Not sure, but the beast left a trail. What are you doing here?
Got him. I did not even know he was there. I thought he was a treasure chest. Look at me, I'm Goku. Stop running sideways. Run up. Stupid jackass.
Check the deep.
Sweet.
Pleasure doing business with ya. Pleasure doing business with ya. Hope that helps. Hope that helps. Hope that helps. Hope that helps.
I wish she would stop saying it every time. Her saying that's getting kind of annoying.
Sayori is...
Umi, I'm going after them.
Alright, surely now this guy has to have something new for me, because this is a whole stage where he had nothing.
You might be.
Ooh! Yeah, we'll definitely have that.
Damn.
We ran into Ryu Hayabusa. That's the Perdido theory.
Hayabusa. I was wondering when he'd show up. It was just a matter of time, really. Can you believe that he's killed the Dark Dragon 3 times already? Bastard's a legend. Here you come along trying to bring the dragon back to life. I'm sure he doesn't know why.
Whatever. If he gets in my...
Don't get cocky, kid. Ryu Hayabusa ain't called the Super Ninja for nothing. You want to stand a chance?
Okay. got here? Yeah. Defense, offense, and attack. Okay, it's a ritual weapon that was used for the second seal of the Dark Dragon. Equip it using the... While in base forms, it looks like a staff. Blood Raven form. Okay.
Yakumo. Umi? Can you hear me? I just re-established my connection.
Misaki! I'm glad you're safe too.
Oh, I can manage. Pray tell, where are we?
Tokyo Central. Looks like a water reservoir.
Noted. I'll go ahead and...
Sayori?
Moving ahead.
I'll catch up with you as soon as I can.
Oh. Okay, so there appears to be things over here. Possibly. I was right. Worth it. All right. Here, Sharky, Sharky, Sharky. Where are you, Sharky? Oh boy.
This way.
Why are they shooting over there? Jeez. That's how we do it.
Good to see you, Yakumo.
What mission did I complete? Oh,
All finished. Sending payment your way.
sweet.
All right, back to it.
Let's see if he has anything else for me.
Down for some sparring.
Doesn't look like it.
Never stops.
Alright, doesn't look like he's got anything for me. Gee, many crickets. I'm trying to see if there's anything. There's not. Alright. Okay. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Here we go. wonder what skill I can unlock. Okay. I think this one might actually get me more use. Down, up, Y. Oh, it's up, down, Y. I had it backwards. Great, nightclub.
My ears are about to bleed.
We've got company. I'll take them out and move ahead. End of the line.
Party's over. Alright. Shit, I didn't want to drop down just yet. Because now I can't get back up there.
Do copy.
Loud and clear. Keep moving.
It's over.
Give me my treasure. Got him.
Taken care of.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
This is it.
That was quick. Oh, another dance club. All right, let's dance.
Say goodnight.
Come on. There we go. That's more like it. Guess there's only one way to go.
Yakumo, this way.
Yeah, I figured that out. Thank you. Oh, this is a...
Yakumo, come here.
She needs to stop talking.
Maybe some waterways up ahead. Take this.
Ooh, more gear. A surfboard? Sweet.
Good to see you, Yakumo.
Yeah. Let's just get to the mission reporting.
Job's all done. You're good at this.
Okay, I guess that's all of them.
See you later, Yakumo.
Alright, let's see if this guy has anything for me.
Down for some sparring.
All right. He does not.
The grind never stops.
All right, we move on.
The Pond Strider. This Raven here will allow you to surf across bodies of water at rapid speed. Now make haste, for Sayori's sake.
Okay. Woohoo! Goodness gracious me.
Yakumo, I'm approaching your location. Wait a moment. Are these fiends you've been fighting? Indeed. Wretched inhabitants of the underworld whose vile corruption knows no bounds. It wouldn't surprise me if the creature that attacked Sayori was a fiend as well.
Pond Strider 2. When in rapid waters, the Pond Strider can only move left and right. But I can still slide and jump.
Target sighted.
Giacomo, just focus on the hostiles for now.
Come on, come on, come on!
No escape.
Oh yeah, bloody tornado.
Area cleared.
The fiend is there, Giacomo.
We got us a bloody tornado. Oh my, all the skills. How much do we have? Oh, 29. Okay. Those ones aren't very expensive. These ones are. Alright, and oh, wrong button. And I only have 2 more to get all of these done. I say we make the sword mostly done. That's what I say. All the way around X, while in...
I'll force my way in.
She's all about that forceful stuff, man. All right. And with that, I'm going to call it a night tonight. I will see you guys next weekend, hopefully. And remember, be good to each other, and I'll see you guys next week.